Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. I got Isaiah Howard here. Ben U basketball, putting Ben U on the map this season.
Sir.
That's a big deal. I was just talking to Malik about that. You know, Ben U hasn't been on the big boy list until this year, and how does that make you feel that you guys been able to do that?
Really good, man. It's when I came here, I was looking at the guys like these guys are really good. Like, just need someone to put it all together.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you had been at Alexandria, you were gonna leave. What made you choose Ben U? What was it about Frank and Benedictine Mesa that drew you there?
Coach Frank, I think tag back to what Malik said, is one of the most honest coaches I've ever met. Fully transparent on what is set for me, what he's going to give me, and that right there just made me commit.
Yeah, it's almost like what Malik said, just the honesty and being honest with you. You know, I already asked Malik about that stretch you had. You're well aware of that stretch, but talk about what, as a basketball player, how losses can sometimes be more beneficial than win after win after win.
Especially with our hot streak at the start, we did need a loss. Like, if we continued on to Kansas without losing, we wouldn't have gotten this far, I believe. We needed a loss to really get us stronger, get us set back, and into the mindset, really listening to what coaches are saying, what we're saying, buying in more.
Yeah. What was it like when you got on that really hot streak and started? Well, you beat. I just said that from Leak. You beat Eastern. Okay, hey, that caught everybody's eye. Then you beat Arizona Christian. And all of a sudden, man, you're the buzz of the country.
I mean, for me, it was kind of like it was just like, okay, we just keep going. I try not to keep that in mind, because the more I keep in mind that, so I don't want to get too high. I'm never a person that gets too high or too low. So I'm always at that mellow spot. So really, when that streak is coming, it's more just another game.
I want to stick with the GSAC for just a couple of minutes. Think about that. You guys are in there at the Masters, Arizona Christian. We were just talking about Embry-Riddle. And even Life Pacific, at Life Pacific, ain't no joke this year. They were tough at home, especially. It was a gauntlet, wasn't it?
Yes, especially coming from Red River. Red River is a good conference, but GSAC is a different beast. A whole bunch of good teams, and at any point, any team can get anybody in that.
Yeah.
League.
And I thought by the end of the season, the Masters was probably one of the best teams in the country. Coach Starr did a great job. They were struggled early, but by they came an eyelash from getting Rocky to get here. So that would have gave you 5 teams here or something. What was it? Yeah. I would ask you the same question about Hope, because Hope is a unique animal. You lost to them 2 times. They're really hard to prepare for on a short time. I think that's why teams kind of struggle with them sometimes. But you had an advantage. You'd seen them all year. Number one, how bad did you want that game? And did it give you, how much of an advantage was it that you were familiar with how they worked?
I was very happy when I saw the Hope game, just because we've already played them a million times. Watch film. We have multiple film sheets on which player does what. Especially on those games that we lost against Hope, I knew we could get them, just because I was kind of, in those games, I was lacking. I played bad in both of those games, which would turn into a loss. And I know just need that one extra push, play how I should play, because the team was doing really well against Hope. I was just, lacking. And once I brought my play back up, obviously, we won the game. Listed the practice plan as well.
You got to deal with him up close and personal. Of course, you play in the backcourt, but Nick Hopkins is a special talent. He needs to go to an NFL combine. He's an athlete. He's so strong. Yeah. I've watched him several times this year, man. He's a load.
He's one of those players where you just got to put your hands up, and if he scores, you can't get mad. You can't let it rattle your head, because a player like that, player of the year, he's going to score.
Yeah, and he's really good at getting you up in the air, too. That's one of the big things. He has a really deadly shoulder fake. And, I mentioned it to Malik, but you had to go and play Southwestern and Nelson. You had to go to Waxahachie. From your viewpoint, when you found out you had to go to Waxahachie, oh man, we got to go on the road and play. you probably weren't, Nelson, you probably didn't know. I mean, you probably didn't know that much about Southwestern at the time, but you knew you were going to have to play Nelson at home to get here. What was in your mind?
I mean, taking it one game at a time, really focus on, Southwestern. I didn't really know what to expect just because the team was so unfamiliar with me. That team is really good.
They can shoot the ball, man.
Really good. And they lost on their best player. The best player was yes, and we won by what?
3. Yeah.
So tough game. Then the Nelson game, we beat them last year in the second round, I believe. So I kind of knew how everybody was going to play. Some players, returned.
So you had a little bit of experience with them, yeah.
So telling the guys like, okay, this is what they're going to do. Like this, is how we're going to need to stop it, type of thing.
So let's talk about your game for a minute. You're multi-skilled, multi-talented. You're kind of seen as a guy who can do a little bit of everything. You're a good assist guy. You can get to the rim. You can shoot the 3. How would you describe your game and what you bring to the team?
Think of my game more as just, what do you need? It's a type of I think that's what I would bring to whatever you need. I can pretty much bring you besides blocks or something like that. LSU Alexandria, I was fill in what people needed. We had a whole bunch of scores. Okay, you need to play defense. You need to dish people out so it's easier for them to score. Coming to Ben U, I needed to score the ball and do multiple other things. So it's just more of my play styles of whatever you need, I can get it done for you.
When you're a really, really good basketball player, when did you figure out, you know what, I'm pretty good at this business. I could play some college basketball. When did you start thinking that?
I used to, when I was in the 7th grade, I was playing up with, I've always played up all my life. I was playing up with high schoolers, playing up with my big brother. And he's 23, 24. So it's just coming to I've always played higher up and practicing that competition, repetition over and over and over again. I just knew I'm going to be able to do something.
That is so cool, Isaiah. You mentioned that. I've heard that from so many people, the big brother thing, because when you play with your brother and his friends, they ain't going to take it easy on you, right? How important was that to have that big brother and his friends to play against?
So important, man. It's definitely needed that. If he, didn't push me as hard, and if he didn't I was able to play with him and his friends, and they were able to push me that hard, I would not be where I am today.
So when we started, I talked about you guys have been able to put Benedictine Mesa basketball on the map. Just last question, talk about what that means to you to be part of this program and what you guys have been able to do this year.
Man, I really love this program. Everybody is taking open arms. People I have no clue what the name. The hospitality is great, and I didn't really know the history too much. About Ben U. I'm still kind of learning it as I go, as we're winning. People are like, oh, you guys are making history. I'm still, I didn't even know we're making history.
You just want to win basketball games.
I'm just trying to win some games. So it's just, I really love the people of Ben U. I love the school, and I love how they treat me. As well, the team.
Well, I want to tell you what a pleasure it's been to meet you, and I appreciate you taking a couple minutes and talking to us this morning. Good luck as you move forward. That's Isaiah Howard, Benedictine Mesa Basketball. Thank you.
Thank you.